is my watch is like super tight all of a sudden. I don't know what's up with that. I'm gonna loosen it up just a bit. There we go. That feels way better. Okay. I gotta move this over here so that I can get to my keyboard and everything. I don't know. I'm actually gonna. This water is really old, so we're gonna swap it out really fast. I really need to wash my running vest. Got my laundry did this morning, so that was nice. But I did not wash my running vest because I like to hand wash it, so it'd be easy to do. I just haven't done it yet. Do. I need to take my sunglasses with me just because it is quite icy. I need to do some videos too. I don't know why. I really need to do an Instagram reel today. It should be easy to do. I just don't ever do it. Okay. And I really doubt we're going to be able to do any tempo miles today, but we'll give her a go because it is really super icy out there with this freezing fog. It's just been sitting and it's just swirling around the valley. Like it was sunny here like 10 minutes ago, and I can see the fog coming right back into downtown again. But oh well, we will do our best. If anything, we'll at least get some miles in. Yeah, we're just gonna do a regular run. Okay. We're gonna do our 10K route. And depending on what the conditions are like, we might push a little further than that. If we're able to do some tempo miles, we're going to push a little further than that. But I only need to get like, let's see, do I have everything I need? Yeah, I think so. It's cold out there too. What is the current temperature? It was 28 degrees out. It says it's 30 now. When I went and did my laundry, it was 28 out. So it's only gained 2 degrees in about a 3-hour period. So. Gosh dang, I can't get my zipper. There we go. Here we go. It is very chilly out. But we will do what we can. I really need to buy a couple more hats. This one does good, but it's pretty thin. For the temperature like today, it'll be fine. But I got something in my eye. But if I start doing anything, dips down into like the 10 degrees or something, it would be a little more difficult. But looking at the forecast, for the next at least 2 weeks, it's not supposed to be too bad. Highs in the 30s and 40s. I think like the lows are only in like the mid-teens at the coldest, but at any given moment you could have a polar vortex move in here and it'll get cold. I mean, it could easily be minus 20, minus 30 right now. That's Fahrenheit, so something's going on up here. Makes me wonder, as icy as it is, if a car didn't get in an accident or... Come on, watch, let's go. There we go. Or even if something, pipes froze or something. But it looks like they're all out of the bank. So I wonder if that means had a fire alarm go off, which with the way the weather is could definitely happen. You never know. Oh yeah, geez, they're all over the place here. Huh. Must have had a fire alarm go off, maybe. Because I got the ladder truck, which would make sense, being that it's a little bit taller of a building. As far as Helena goes, it's about a 5-story building, I think. I don't know I didn't check and see what the real feel is, but with this freezing fog, real feel is probably in the high teens, low 20s. When I left to go do my laundry this morning, the fog made me feel like I was back in like South Carolina or something. Took me long enough. Well, that's because I was doing stuff. I did my laundry this morning. Must have another call, because that was one of them that was parked over at the bank that was evacuated. So, come on, buddy, let's go. But it was super icy this morning because of the freezing fog, so I don't know what it's going to be like today. Like, most of the sidewalk is dry, but there's a few spots you can tell it is a little bit icy. So I don't know if I'll be able to do any tempo miles today. We'll see. Even then, I was only possibly going to do maybe, like, at the most would do like 3 miles. I still got to work into it. I just go out and rip like a 14-mile tempo run where 10 of that is at actual tempo. Not gonna happen. Oh, is this Holter? Yep, this is Holter. Jeez, I can see the sidewalk up here ahead of me is super icy. I'm probably gonna have to run in the road because it's on both sides. It looks like it's icy. Oh yeah, that's icy. That's a little bit of snow from yesterday on top. We didn't get a lot, but we did get some. Oh man, this whole uphill, I complain about it every time, but other than going to the park, no matter which direction I go, I'm going uphill. So, nothing I can do about it. Just gotta suffer through it. It would just be nice to have a mile and a half to warm up. Must be recess time or change of classes or something. Probably recess. I just heard the bell at the school. Yep, kids are running out on the playground now. That's fast. Like, we heard the bell and like 30 seconds later, there was kids running out on the playground. How do you go from being in class to having your coat on and out the door? Oh,
the street because that sidewalk looks pretty icy. What was missing in your curry? Red pepper flakes. Telling you. I guessed red pepper flakes because if you do like a spicy teriyaki sauce, that's what is used. Like a teriyaki sauce is really easy. It's just, another thing, I don't know if you put any in there, but didn't call for curry powder, just paste. Well, curry powder and curry paste is the same thing. One is just in a powder, one is in a paste. Same spices though. Well, for the most part, it's the same spices. The thing about curry though is each culture, or there's many different cultures, we'll say, that all have curries that all make their curries different. But I don't know if you like, one thing that probably would, I don't know if you put any vinegar in it, but that's quite common for Thai food as well. Because like a basic recipe for even like a kind of the sweet and sour aspect is soy sauce, sugar, salt, vinegar, and red pepper flake. That is a basic kind of teriyaki based sauce. Quite common in Thai, some Chinese food, or Chinese areas, I should say, that kind of area of the world. Way colder out here than it is in actuality. I'll try it. Looks like I can push a little bit harder up here even though I'm not warmed up. I'll just try to do it a little faster. Your water again, that's nice. Wow, this is icy. Jump up here on the sidewalk. I figured the road would be better, but nope, now the sidewalk is icy. Okay, we're just gonna slow down before we bust our butts. I was hoping that based upon what was back there, that it might be not too bad. This is icy. I gotta remember to do some stuff here. Why can I not get you out? Come on. Jeez. It'd be easier if I wasn't wearing gloves, but still. Change. Come on, change. Let's go. Why are you not changing? Oh, this is pissing me off. There we go. No danger for me. You are a part of this. Chat. Anybody watching is a part of my run. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. I just wish I could actually do stuff. Why are you not working? Jeez. It's like, this is nuts. You guys are getting the back end scoop of a lot of what I do. I've been horrible about doing stuff as of late. Whoa, this is hard to do. 2 hands. Okay, good enough for now. Go. I'll put that back away. There we go. My hands are freezing. I should have worn my mittens today. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't know what I was thinking. Oh, man. There's a lot of cars up on this road for some reason. This isn't exactly a frickin' main road in this town. here going to the trailhead, which is surprising that there's going to the trailhead with as slick as it is out. And it's not even like, this ain't that popular of a trailhead. And it always makes me not laugh. I don't judge people, but maybe interesting. I find it interesting, these people that, like you saw back there, a lady had a full-on, I don't know, it was probably a 30-liter, 20-liter backpack, hard frame, everything, to go hiking with her poles, to go hiking up here. But it looked like she didn't even have anything in her backpack, which, if you're going to carry a lot of stuff in your backpack, that's fine. Or, you know, you could be training for something or working on your fitness or whatever, but it didn't look like she was carrying anything. And I mean, even if you circle around as much as you could on a lot of the trails up here, you're not going to be out here that long where you even need to carry anything. So I find it interesting, would actually be the proper term, because I just want to be like, why are you wearing that? Like, you know, not in a judgmental way or a condescending way. I'm actually curious. Like, what is your purpose for wearing that? Is this fence new? Or I just not noticed it before? My face is actually frozen. It feels like it's 10 degrees out here on my face. Slippery. Usually till I got packed down and then just warm enough that it started to melt the top layer, and then it froze last night. Or got packed down and then just a little bit of ice on it from the freezing fog, probably. What really happened. Worried about going down this hill up here. It's just pretty steep. Hopefully there's little bits of gravel on it. So it looks like I was looking this morning because I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about my race schedule this next year, and you know, I didn't get into Western States or Hard Rock. The Western States, I'm not too worried about. I just put in for that because I had a qualifier. But for Hard Rock, I was like, that's the one I would actually like to do. This is going to be slippery. Fine, some gravel. We're just going to take baby steps. And so now I have to find a qualifier so I can put in for next year. Well, it looks like my UTMB race is good for next year too. So I don't technically need a qualifier. I'm hoping. Now they have some races that are always a qualifier, but they take some off every now and then and put new ones on. Like Mount Fuji, which is an incredibly difficult race, they're taking off for some reason for the 2025 race. Now I would never do Mount Fuji. Well, I mean, I'd love to do Mount Fuji. I wouldn't be doing it this year as a, looking for a qualifier, but I was hoping they were going to have the 2025 list published already. But my guess is the reason why they're not is, and who knows, this is all speculation, but I do know with the UTMB controversy right now, I wouldn't doubt that the board of directors will remove every UTMB race. And there's probably 10 or 12 races on there that are now UTMB. They never used to be, but then, part of the controversy, UTMB going and buying out all these big name races. So now a lot of those on the list are UTMB races. This is super slippery. I don't know if you guys can tell the color on the road, but it is icy. Oh my goodness. I just feel it like trying to put the brakes on a little bit. There's a little bit of gravel on the very, very side of the road here, so I'm going to try it. Might have to go to the other side. It looks like it's a little bit better with gravel over there. Like I did when I was back in my marathon training days and start driving out to Seattle every weekend in order to get at least get some bit of some long runs and tempo runs in. I used to just combine my long run and tempo runs into the same thing over there. Seattle and LA. Gross. Gross. And I just washed everything too. So, through all my stuff today, going through some boxes and stuff that I haven't looked in yet, and I was like, oh wow, look, forgot I had that and that and that. It's like I found a couple more pairs of pants that I didn't even know I had, like jeans that I totally forgot I had. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you're here, Rachel, but I have like, I don't know, 4 or 5 old, like the old Army duffel bags. Not the ones with like the nice zipper on the side of them, but the, you know, the top load with the flap on them, you know, on the end. That if you want them, not if you have any uniform or anything. Otherwise, I'm just gonna probably do a post today on Facebook, probably see between those and the uniforms, see if anybody wants them. I say Facebook because anybody it seems like 90% of the people that I know in the military just do stuff on Facebook. I never do anything on Facebook. So I'll actually post it on Instagram and then put it on Facebook, or it'll automatically go to Facebook. I have a few people on Instagram that follow. Depending on who it is that reaches out to me, I will. If I don't know them from being in the military, they're not getting it. So, might be some rando that reaches out. But if I can't tell you're in the military, you ain't getting it. Or used to be in the military. Some people that are retired or got out might want some stuff. I'd be okay with that. That's fine. Look at that. Great timing. You might want a set of old uniforms for hunting or something. I mean, I'm keeping one set just for that. And then, you know, I'm keeping some other stuff like the thermals and everything. Oh, those thermals are nice. I have my like my waffle bottoms that I've never worn. They still have the tag on them. But they're super nice. And I'm keeping those for myself. As well as the old school fleece thermals. I say old school, but there's the newer. Colors. So they're not that old, but see how icy this is? Yeah, it's pretty icy. I don't know. We might be able to do something. I don't know. We'll see. It's a little bit icy. And I'm afraid that if I try and do some tempo miles that I'm going to injure myself from, you know, when you're driving, your foot slips out. Try to do a little bit quicker tempo or quicker pace. Not exactly a tempo, but a quicker pace. I feel like it. I'm doing a 7:30 pace right now. This used to be my conversational pace. Actually, it still feels like, I mean, I'd have to see after a couple Try to get ran over. Okay, that was weird. All of a sudden I looked down and I saw that I lost my connection for some reason. Makes no sense at all because there's no obstructions. The cell tower that way that is mine is only half a mile that way. And then I can't tell. There's another cell tower over here. I don't know if that one's mine, but straight ahead, I know I definitely have one. Well, I don't know. I've probably lost everybody since Twitch is goofy like that. YouTube is fine. I usually never have any problems with YouTube, but every time something like that happens on Twitch, it restarts the whole stream for some reason. And it never used to do that. That's what the disconnect protection was for. Okay, I gotta slow down because I can tell I need to do some exercises to work. I can tell I have an anterior pelvic tilt problem going on right now whenever I try to do some faster paces, because my lower back gets a little bit crampy. Not like sore or anything like that. Definitely a little crampy. And I can run, my 100-mile pace for 100 miles and not have that issue. Going up and down mountains. So, I got something going on. I'm going to have to address when I hit the gym each night, which now that my gym is back open, I'm going to be very diligent. I'm going to set a timer and I'm going to go out there, or set an alarm, I should say, not a timer. Go out there and you gotta put in the work if you want to see the results. It's like one of my favorite peoples to watch, or to follow, I guess. Necessarily to watch, but to follow. H-Rod, Hector Rodriguez, who was like a nobody. I think he works for UPS, or he used to. And he was a nobody. And then during the pandemic, he competed in a last man standing event, virtual event. And pretty much everybody was using treadmills. And that dude took second, I think. And it was a big event. It was like put on by Air for running, and it was live streamed the whole time. And became a somebody that day, and he'll never be an elite, but that guy, I love his philosophy on life, and he helps crew, big name people. It helps it. Pretty sure his coach is Michael McKnight. And so that helps out a lot too. But he has his following, they call the wolf pack, but he's always talking about chopping that wood. Gotta keep chopping that wood so that you can stoke the fire throughout the whole race. There was a race, nobody knew about it. It wasn't put on very good. I think it was more of a orienteering type of a race than anything here in Montana. I want to say it was like a 300 miler or something that he did. I think it was last year. Well, he never finished, but I don't think hardly anybody finished first year doing it. Because from what I understand, it was more of a stage race. And he had, a certain amount of time to come in at the end of each day. But there was pretty much just go find your own route to the next point. I don't really know much about it. I look at it as like it sounded awesome, like it'd be an awesome adventure, but I think it was pretty much a fail from a race perspective, just from being able to put it on and all that kind of stuff. How do you want to say it? It was a fail on the production of the race, or maybe not the production, but the overall race. Just put it that way. Here comes a train. Bag. Oh. Hold on, there we go. I like how people, I get it, you don't want to stop on the train tracks. There's train tracks just to the right here. There hasn't been a train on that for probably 20 years. Mile? We're on mile 5. But I pretty much gave up trying to do tempo miles because it's just way too icy out here with this freezing fog that's been hanging around all night and all morning. Like even this concrete looks dry, but it's not. Like my feet are slipping just trying to get up this. This is super icy. Holy cow. Wasn't too bad on the gravel. I was actually pushing it faster on the gravel, but I did have 1 mile that I was able to do a tempo, but this is just too icy. I'm not gonna fall on my butts. Or I should say I'm not gonna fall and break my butts. Like even these people that are coming at us don't look like they're running that fast. Oh man. I just about slipped right there. Just about slipped. Must be snowing up on the top because these train cars have snow on them. I need to plug my battery or plug my phone in. Hold on. Get in there. Ooh. What the heck is going on here? Sheesh. Okay, am I charging? We are charging. That's good. Okay. Grab the cord. Put it there. And all of a sudden my screen decided to brighten up. It was really dark. Gross. Wipe the nose off. Okay. Okay. Now we're ready to go again. That guy that just went by. He's a local runner. He actually runs for the vigilante runners here. Does way better than me at the marathon each year. That's for sure. That guy can still run like two 240, 245 marathons. I competed against him at the state half marathon championships, which for me was not a bad race, but definitely not what I'd been training for. I ran like a 127 something. That dude ran a 115. He's the same age as me. Now that was what, 4 years ago or 5 years ago probably, that race, but I guarantee he hasn't lost that much speed. He's just one of those gifted genetically. I am not. Everything I do is I have to work hard for. Who is that? Oh, it's Roadrunner. Hey, Roadrunner. Had your long run today, 12 miles? Awesome. Awesome job. I was hoping to do about a 12-mile tempo run today, but it's too icy. This freezing fog that has been here for about, I don't know, 12 hours at least. It moved in last night and it has just made everything icy. Even on this right here, which it doesn't look too bad, but I'm only running like a 9-minute mile pace right now, and every time I toe off my foot slips. So to do a tempo mile ain't gonna happen. I got one tempo mile in, so we're just gonna do a 10K and call it good. Maybe if this burns off, I'll come out later and try and do some quicker miles. Now it's nice. Nicest it's been in weeks. Yeah, I looked at tomorrow and it's supposed to be super nice here. It's supposed to get up to almost to 50 degrees or maybe just over 50. I don't remember. But completely sunny and all that. But even today it's supposed to get like 40, 41 here. I mean, that sun is trying to burn off this fog, but the fog is just swirling around this whole valley. So I don't know if the sun's going to be able to do it. You're going to dry your drone or fly your drone. So I'm guessing that means you got it all fixed then. You're in NYC. Yeah, you guys get fog there, just like this. I ran quite a bit in New York City when I was back in DC. I'd get up there every now and then with some friends for the weekend. Warm this season, yeah. I was sure a few days ago for a run. Well, I mean, that's all relative because I was talking to the coffee shop girl yesterday, and I mean, yesterday it was what, 34 4 or something like that when I ran. I don't even remember now. And she was complaining because she's like, man, it's so cold. It's like, I was wearing my shorts and stuff this morning, and I'm like, well, that's why you were cold. But most people in Montana, even days like today, people are usually out running in shorts and a t-shirt. Not me. Been fixed for a week or more, but I've been too nervous to let it out. Well, I mean, it's depending on the weather and everything. I'd hate to, launch it and then, have a gust of wind or whatever because of conditions. End up bashing it into a tree branch or something. And I want to move to the Midwest. Need to find a government job. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of places in, depending on where you're thinking about in the Midwest, that you can get a good government job. Indianapolis has quite a few. I mean, I would doubt if you can, probably the Air Force Base in, what is that, Dayton, Ohio? Or right around there, I think. Probably is always hiring. Depending on what kind of job you're looking for. Oregon Trail, yeah. They remade that, or what do you call it? They I guess you could say re-emulated it so that you could play it now, but it has, you can still play the old one, but it's a little bit different. They re-released it, a newer modern version of it, I guess. They remade it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to say. They remade it. Oh, it didn't look as fun. I'm used to the old one. I watched a video where some guy, well, he's famous, like his whole thing is him and his daughter, and he'll have her do things, from back then and have her try to figure it out. And then the reverse is also, he'll ask certain terms and stuff, and then she has to say what it means. Well, then the reverse is true too, and she'll say certain terms now because she's maybe 13 years old or something like that. And then she asked him what those terms mean, and it's pretty funny, but he had her playing the old Oregon Trail game. She was getting so frustrated, because her guys were dying or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was in a place in, a little over a year ago when me and Nessa were exploring Nevada a little bit, and there was a section that still had the ruts from the Oregon Trail. It was really cool to think about. That 100 years earlier, people had their wagons on there, but yeah. Moved to Portland to work at AMD. Nice. negligent discharge firearm. So you say negligent, but I mean, it's like, did they just get annoyed by the person and then accidentally discharge their gun? Look at that, the sun's peeking out. Not rural types. Well, it was amazing back in the day how many people that would head out west that were like freaking bankers or whatever, and had some cushy city job, and they're just had that dream. I'm just gonna go do this, go make millions on gold or have my own homestead or whatever, not realizing how harsh it was. You saw that a lot even in Montana, where the people would come out here to homestead and van life, yeah. Yeah, you see a lot of van lifers that do that. They only see the Instagram romanticized version of van life. Somebody that does it for like 2 weeks every year, and then they romanticize it on Instagram. And it's like, yeah, 2 weeks is nothing. And they have, the $150,000 van too that then they end up selling because they decide that they didn't want to do it anymore. Oh man. Okay, well that was a pretty good run, 6.5 miles. Not too bad, but that'll be it for this morning's stream. I am going to hit the gym tonight. Gosh dang, I'm going to have to actually go to the gym a little bit later tonight since I didn't get on my run. See how I feel recovered. Since I didn't go very far, it shouldn't be too bad, but oh man. Usually I like to have at least 6 hours in between my morning run and my gym sesh, or my second run if I'm doing a double in the day, but we'll just see how I feel, I guess. But anyways, that's going to be it for this morning's what's going in the tattoo shop. Well, who knows, like the spot next to them where the Symphony used to be has been empty for over a year now after they left. Most likely because they want too much money for that space. Because that's how it was. That's the reason why the tattoo left there, is because they wanted too much money for that space. But anyways, it's gonna be it for today's stream. For those watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Come over to Twitch, hit the follow button, and what else? Follow me on my socials. all that kind of good stuff. But I'll see you guys next time. Bye, everybody.